fifth place overall. Can they earn their first wins of this Africa Cup of Nations?
And enter the pitch 2 full minutes after the sending off. They may, however, enter the pitch before the 2 minutes have elapsed should their team concede a goal while a player down.
Both teams mutually disappointed to be facing this match only because there was an opportunity, if unlikely, to have battled through to the semi-finals. For Madagascar, they have had a lot of goals. The problem is they shared them out with their opposition. Senegal and Tanzania, 9 goals scored. Anastasi, so Anarivo conceding 9. So a chance then for Steve Princey, Manatran, Ianina to make some changes. 3 of the starting 5 are making their first start, although you see them in great voice and spirit. They're certainly here to make memories and earn vital experience. Egypt, on the other hand, had their last group match against Guinea, knowing victory would have still meant it was going to be unlikely to make it through. But a draw in the end saw them into this 5th place playoff, having lost to Angola in a very tight match. And those are the margins. So can Egypt or Madagascar get an historic first victory at the inaugural CAF Women's Futsal Africa Cup of Nations? So Madagascar came through in Group C, a point above Senegal, who of course they drew with. The line of Taranga's defeat to Tanzania sent the latter through to the semis. Of course, Tanzania then progressed to the final. That'll be taking place tomorrow when they face host Morocco. Angola, Cameroon in the 3rd place playoff. Egypt were in Group B with Angola and Guinea. A more slender defeat at the hands of Angola, and they progressed 2nd in Group B. It shows how close they were. The Cleopatras took 21 minutes to equalize against Angola, only for a minute to pass before they fell back behind, and they never recovered. As the sun starts to set over Rabat, it's soon going to set on this inaugural Women's Futsal AFCON. And both these teams will be desperate for their final memories of the 2025 edition to be the brightest they can be. Of course, the finalists, Morocco and Tanzania, already with a massive prize of earning a spot at the first ever FIFA Women's Futsal World Cup to be held in the Philippines in November. And it's a sign of the growing appreciation and love for futsal. And the women's game is finally taking their time. Excited to see the teams come out. We are not far away from this 5th place playoff. The final outing for these nations. It's Madagascar against Egypt.
begin by the team lineups for Madagascar. بداية تشكيلة المنتخب مدغشقر. Captain of team عميدة المنتخب number 11 رقم 11 فرانكا. Number 1 رقم 1 أناستازي.
So the captain is ever leading the way for Madagascar.
Number 3 رقم 3
Polaniana, known as Franca, with 4 goal involvements. And number 11 with a hat-trick and an assist. Only she and Ravel or Riosa. You'll see Clara on her back, the number 6 there, smiling. 5 goals. Well, it's the first time in the starting 5 for the rest, but given its unlimited rolling subs, the squad will still see plenty of action. And for Egypt, fewer changes. Farah in goal as ever. And a big opportunity for start for Nada Mohammed there, number 6. It's the number 10 who is the one to look out for with a wicked left foot. Asmaouz with 2 goals. She, Egypt's top scorer. Very excited to have their little moment as we see the officials that will help to keep the game ticking along. If the ball goes out of play, the clock will stop. And once teams have set the ball, they'll have 4 seconds to get the ball back into the action. No offsides. 5 aside with 4 outfield players. Also keep a look at our little counter above their names, because each team allowed 5 fouls per half. 6th foul and any subsequent leading to a 10-meter direct free kick without a wall. Haven't seen that too many times. Also, if there is a sending off, there will be 2 minutes a player down. While the red-carded player can't return, the team will be able to return to 5, whether at the end of the 2 minutes or if there is a goal during that period. Much like power play in ice hockey, but no one skating on ice here, at least not yet. So a sport invented in Uruguay in the 1930s, now finally getting the global growth it deserves, particularly on the women's side. It's introduced to Africa in the 90s and 2000s. Always used as youth development and talent identification for 11s, but now they've started to try and see a future
number 5
in the sport of futsal.
رقم 5 رساميسون. number 6 رقم 6 كلاغا. number 7 رقم 7 فريدة. number 8 رقم 8 جيني. number 9 رقم 9 إريكو. number 10 رقم 10 روندرو. number 12 رقم 11 سمعان. number 13 رقم 13 لاريسا. number 14 رقم 14 تينا. goal is فرانسيس. تشكيلة المنتخب المصري. number 14 كابتن اوف تيم عميدة المنتخب رقم 14 ريارة. number 1 رقم 1 فرح. number 2 رقم 2 نورا. number 3 رقم 3 ملاك. number 4 رقم 4 فاطمة مصطفى. number 5 رقم 5 بسملة. number 6 رقم 6 سمارة. number 7 رقم 7 فريد. number 8 رقم 8 ميسي. number 9 رقم 9 سروق. number 10 رقم 10 أسمعوز. number 11 رقم 11 أمينة. نمبر 12 رقم 12 سهيل. نمبر 13 رقم 13 إسراء. كوتش جابر محمد رشاد. حكم رقم 1
So the two teams introduced, now just a few minutes further away from kickoff.
Referee number 3 حكم رقم 3 حاج الجميل from Senegal. Referee number 4 حكم رقم 4 سليم شرما from Mauritius. تيم كيبر من قاس هذا اللقاء سليم شرما خالد حنيش من المغرب. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of Madagascar. أيها السيدات والسادة، الله يحفظ النشيد الوطني
the national
الرسمي
anthems of the two
لمدغشقر.
nations.
And now the national anthem of Egypt. الله يحفظ مع النشيد الوطني لمصر.
So the anthems, now a few extra bit of admin to do for the action. Plenty at stake as both teams playing for national pride and to be the first from their nation to hopefully succeed in winning the Futsal WAFCON match. So Madagascar ringing the changes. It's Tina Faraniana comes in at goal, along with to her name in this tournament. Raza Fimanan Tetsoa Farida as well. No surprise. 8 goals scored. It's Ravel Loarisoa and captain Mbola Niaana Clara and Franca, who will be the biggest threats to Egypt. So Kouassi Brice Taia, our Ivorian referee, leading the officials team.
Pour la première mi-temps, tu choisis le ballon, de l'avoir maintenant ou bien après le ballon. Aussi, dans la première mi-temps. Alors, second half time for you.
Players don't seem too concerned. Egypt will certainly be concerned with getting a first win. Farah has been supremely impressive in goal. It's a big moment for Nana Mohamed. Samara, she gets her first start. On the bench, Messi and Shuruk. All of those to not find a place in the starting five. Shuruk, the number 9. Only one on the bench. 2 have scored. Captain Yara and Asmaouz with a double. Madagascar being good in front of goal and poor defending theirs. Let's see how things go. It's a fight for the 5th place at this inaugural Women's Futsal WAFCON. A false start to get the match underway. 2 20-minute halves. Although with the stop clock, does mean they will play the 40 minutes. Rassa Misson prepares to get us underway. The second attempt. Madagascar is underway up against Egypt. And it's the Cleopatras who look for early press to bring positive results. Certainly gets them a kick in deep in Madagascan territory. Well, that one popped up nicely enough for Faran Iaina. Getting her first stint in goals from the start. Farida. Another captain, Franca. Good strength though from Nana Mohamed. We see Steve Princey, Manatran, Ian Nina. Is very positive about their journey so far. They may be in this 5th place matchup, but Madagascar haven't lost. How will Nader Mohamed Rashad and his Cleopatras manage against the side they know they can't count out from scoring, even if Egypt find themselves a lead. Lovely bit of skill, a little bit of invention, a little bit of improvisation. I think there was a slight stumble from Clara. Made the most of it, but all across, not finding Rassa Misson. You seem to have a little set to with Nana Mohamed. Nothing too much to worry the officials. Did so well to just let the ball roll off her. Asmaouz always looking to make an angle for that left foot. Clara leaves it to Franca, but she's robbed. Captain, though, does get it back after good pressure from Farida. Oh, that's brilliant. Been absolutely scythed down. Yara slaloming through. I'm surprised if there wasn't a card. Even at this early stage, it certainly is a first foul. It really made you wince. No wonder Nadia Rashad was remonstrating. They're taking their time. Of course, unlimited rolling subs, so she will have the option of going off and trying to recover as There's no surprise. Asmaouz has ball in hand. She'll fancy having a go. So a foul from Madagascar. We'll see that clocked up. Can they deny Egypt the opening goal? Laid off. But something wasn't right. Whistle hadn't gone. Well, now they may have to rethink their setup because Madagascar know what they're going to try and do. Oh, well worked. Madagascar reacted as if Egypt had touched it. Just a poor touch really let them off the hook. Trani and Nina certainly want his side to be a little bit more conscious of what's going on. Brilliant strength. And a little layup. Best way possible. She picked out the pass for Rasmussen, but she didn't stay on her heels, and she tucked it in when Farah pushed it into danger. Well, her first goal of the competition, and it's giving Madagascar an early lead over Egypt. Comes through for Farah Iaina. Bit of slackness there from Clara. So as we see now, Madagascar with the lead. They've also got the one red icon above their name for that foul on Yara. Captain is back. Although facing up against her opposite armband wearing opponent. Franca winning it, but both teams struggling to maintain their discipline. And the whistle hadn't gone, and Asmaouz not giving enough space to the kick in as that's played forward on the spin, but breaks for Farah. Keeper goes long, but won by the goal scorer Farada. Farada to her captain Franca. Some really good ball out from Farah Iaina. But Egypt win it back, only to have snapping at her heels Rasmussen. They'll be delighted with the start they made, and of course surviving that set piece danger moments before taking the lead. The angle always against her. Now a chance to try and double the lead. It was an option though to Franca. She might have had a bit more space. Egypt taking a risk. Nada Mohamed does find a good ball out though to Asmaouz. Yara gets a second opportunity but runs it out. A frustrating start. She was sived down. Now Cleopatra's trailed by a goal to nil. That's given away cheaply. Madagascar with a great chance to double the lights. Well, that is a heavy punishment given away by Asmaouz. And that is clinical. Franca Imbolaniana slotting past Farah with ease. So Madagascar, 4 minutes, 2 goals. Egypt have not got up and running. Early change, no surprise. Esra waits on the sidelines as it's uncomfortable though for Faran Iena. Of course, haven't had any court time. Scrambling a little bit too far from her goal, but at the moment, the danger is being repelled. Messi getting her first involvement. Number 8 now will take corner kick, drills it across. Messi again. And Madagascar do manage to clear, but you can see why they've scored so many and also concede a little bit of slackness. And Egypt haven't been able to make them pay. Well, ambitious. Mustafa unable to get Egypt back into this match. Of course, 2-0 in futsal, not a great lead in terms of a gap, such as the fast-paced, brutal nature, but Madagascar could be 3 up if it wasn't for Farah. Also managing to kick away. And it could have been so much worse. Long ball. Oh, it's a brilliant bit of skill. Just as he flicked away from Franca. Clara was there to help out. That's given away cheaply. Fired with decent. Just wouldn't drop for Rahir Etiana. He's now getting up close and personal with Messi. Wasn't a million miles away. Although you would have backed Farah to be saving that. Franca tried to fire it through, but it fell kindly for Nana Mohammed. Dropping back is Esra. She awaits. She'll get the touch. Instead, it goes long. Bounces off Messi. Good challenge. Esra can only clip it behind the head of Rao Itiana. Oh, what a ball that is! Took it first time. But Clara couldn't finish after being set through. Real nice flow to the way that Prana Ianina's side play. Franca rugby tackle there. It'll be a first foul against Egypt. And not just that, but a yellow card. We're bringing rugby out on the Mullah Abdallah court. Not too subtle. And they do get away with a bit of danger. Oh, it's brilliantly won by Madagascar. They've got 2 over. And then just a slip at the vital moment. That's Misson unable to make the opportunity count. Relatively calm and collected on the sidelines. Has been much more stress and strain for Nadia Rashad. It might change if Egypt can half the deficit. Instead, it's a 3-on-2. And Cleopatras do manage to get enough bodies back. Flick up into the sky. Samara across. And now linking up. Oh, manages on the fall to shepherd it back to Sharuk. The transitions from Madagascar certainly look a threat. Now in for another. Bafara with a brilliant save. She's made many in the tournament. And Egypt are going to need her again. Long ranger Franca deflected. Well, she is keeping Egypt in this match early doors. Clara just trying to prod it to the right of Egypt's number 1. Cleopatra's can get behind. It's the first involvement for Errico. Madagascar's number 9. Good block on Ezra, who now trots off. Well, the ball fell loose. And a foul there. Need a few meaty challenges handed out. Yara testing out Madagascar's second goalkeeper, Faran Iaina, helped out by Raya Tiana. And then the number 4 giving away this free kick. It's 3 already conceded by Madagascar. 5 they're allowed before further penalisation. Egypt won a penalty. They're not getting one. And now they could get caught out here. Madagascar and their captain Franca waiting, but Egypt did enough to hold up Clara. Flicked round the corner. Errico leaves it to Franca. Speculative. Good challenge, but did break back for Nadia Rashad's ladies, but Yara couldn't clip it down the line and keep it in. Oh, lovely bit of skill, the drag. Vital, stepping across from Sharuk. Otherwise, Madagascar would have been in again. Long ranger, Bafara. Did she tip it over? Madagascar looked like they'd happily accept a corner. I think Egypt would be fuming. And fuming they are. Ball across, but it's a poor one. Lovely shift of weight and then reverse ball from Ezra. Gets it back. And slows it down. They've had a great opportunity on the spin. Really smart play from Rashad's Cleopatras. Ismaus just couldn't force it in. Fine goalkeeping though. Faran Iaina on her toes to be close and make the block. Ball bobbling back, but that's a lovely little lift over. Well, down on the deck, down on the luck. Shuruk screams with frustration. Madagascar's ball. Franca has to be careful. I think it's Yara who does so well to get a kick in high up the park. A little bit of shoving and wrestling going on. Asmouz was earlier talked to about distance. She wants a similar distance as she comes across. She's got to be careful, the number 10. I think sign of either side. Well, it's a few tempers fraying, and the complaints continue. Whether Rondro was far enough back, the linesman was happy enough. I think it's clear to see Asmouz and Egypt generally aren't. No surprise, a timeout this early, still called by Nadia Rashad.
لازم نمسك الناس ونضغط كويس، استلموا الكرة اضغط. خلاص اللعبة اتلعبت من عليا، خلاص ارجع بظهري وشايف انا المان اللي معايا وارجع. انا اضغط عليهم قدام وما تلعبيش قولي لها الخمسة يرضى ترجع.
مفيش
سيبيها وتجري ولبسيها.
So one minute timeout for each team per half. Egypt, I mean, theirs early, but also a chance for Manetran Yanina. I guess just to tell his side, keep doing what they're doing. They're frustrating Egypt. Got a ball around the corner. Lovely, direct. Long ball. No space for Malaka. Oh, it's a really great steal from Yara. Pushed wide and then finds her teammate. What a save! Point blank range, showing exactly why she's the understudy to Anastasi. And considering the number one conceded 9 goals in the 2 matches, of course not only her responsibility, but her understudy yet to concede. And still 11 minutes 28 of this first half, but it's a very strong showing. And that was the best of the Cleopatras that we've seen. It's quite fun watching the cat and mouse. As Rondro really seen what she can get away with. There was much more leniency on the other side. This side, not so much. Still smashed off her by Malak. Such a play. Challenge from Raya. Tiana brings about another foul from Madagascar. And a yellow card to boot. So Madagascar are going to have to be careful. They're getting ever closer to their 5-foul limit with still over 11 minutes remaining of this first half. Will be wiped out for the second. Asmaouz. So little chance she's not going to go for this. But she goes with a little bit of caress to try and find Malak. Didn't work out. Recovering from Esra. Egypt improving slowly, but still trailing by 2-0 in this fifth match playoff. The inaugural Women's Futsal Africa Cup of Nations from Rabat, Morocco. Madagascar building, there's a bit of movement. It's a good take, but good positioning from Malak. Yara leaves it to Asmaouz, plays it to her captain, gets her shot away. Another good save for Farhan Yaina. Strong in the challenge. Esra won the ball cleanly, but certainly a little bit of a rocker for Iroko. Iriko takes it, gets it back to number 9. Drives it in, but that's really smartly kept in play by Yara. As Farah launches long. Not enough court from Cleopatra's number 10 to keep that in. There's a chance to play it early to Yara. Asmaouz didn't take it, and Madagascar were able to get bodies back. Asmaouz again. Takes the ball, but forced back. Lovely footwork. And now a chance to square it. Looking for that short-term opportunity, but Madagascar, for the moment, closing that off. Yara. Now the chance, but have a chance on the counter. Brilliant 1-2-3. Farah happy that the way it broke back for Madagascar, but the eventual shot easily dealt with. Well, we've had one timeout. Thought there was a buzzer for another, but look at that now. 5 fouls from Madagascar. Their limit is out. As that fired in and knocked away, but in foul again. It's going to be a 10-meter direct free kick from one of those 3 spots you can see outside of the goalkeeping area. And it will be direct efforts on Madagascar's goal, but there is one. Farhani Yana couldn't have seen it. What a first-time hit. And Malak has Egypt back in the game. Well, what a way to score your first goal of the competition. This is the 3rd match outing for both these sides. Inside the final 9 minutes of the half. Madagascar's clean sheet is gone. It's 2-1. Bubbling around. Egypt certainly with that bit of momentum. Down the line, Yara. Standing firm, Farida. It's a long time since she opened the scoring. Well, no surprise, Malak took that on. After thundering first goal of the match. Only the 5th of the tournament. 1 against Angola, 3 against Guinea. A defeat and a loss, respectively. Defeat and a draw, I should say. Smashed across, but no takers in red. Now, and Madagascar find that little bit of magic. Oh, well, it was almost an own goal. Farah had to react. Madagascar tried to get on with it quickly, but the whistle sounded. Oh, Malak got Egypt to 2-1, now doing her defensive duties to clear under pressure. Ball bounces. Madagascar with a bit of space. Oh, that was a vital challenge. Not once, but twice from Ezra. That was a vital touch in the challenge. And Madagascar looked to be potentially in, but not enough strength to keep it for Rondro. Strong challenge, but Madagascar have to be careful. Although Cleopatra is able to play on the ground with Samara. Back on her feet. There's a bump to Farida, and then it just a loose pass from Egypt's captain. Yara sets it. The 1 goal for the captain in the tournament. She would have loved to have led Egypt to the World Cup in the final, not to be. Morocco really have been shoulders above the rest. Thrashing a very impressive Angola side. Now there's going to be a card here, maybe. Rondro, I think for constantly not being at the right distance. Now she'll take a seat on the sidelines. Holding sub seemed a good decision. Just a card, not a foul. Such against Madagascar. Put in for Cleopatra's Yara. Oh, it's a great tip away. Farah Niania beaten once. An absolute bullet of a shot from Malak, but otherwise she's been unbeatable. Yara was seeing her shot destined for the top corner. Now takes the corner. She may get another chance here. Tried to spin on it, but it's Franco comes away. But looking for someone that wasn't there. They looked for an option, didn't see it, decided to go herself. Farah tips out. Fast-paced, high energy. Farah takes a chance. It's a dangerous one because it's a 3-on-2. Just needs to reverse it to Clara, and she was in. Steps on the ball. No chances taken, almost taken out her own teammates on the bench. Farida. So that's Mala. Hands over the bib to her captain. They want it to be a repeat of Egypt's first goal of the match. Malak, though, that one end up in possession, but out on the far side for this kick-in. Flipped across. The Madagascar. Just over 6 minutes remaining of this first half. And there might be nothing substantial at stake, the World Cup, nor a title or a bronze. The first ever Women's Futsal Africa Cup of Nations. And they're certainly showing that on the court. Timeout called.
Les tous. Non, place mon par rapport aux épaules, les plus. Les tous. Les distances réglementaires à 5 mètres. À 12 foot. À 12 foot, ni là. T'es fait nous. T'es là. Contrat-tique era ngasuro, zavatra sura tao, zavatra sura tao. Occasion antsika be tereny. Zavatra sura tao. Namanao mafaty. Namanao mafaty. Ao zay ha. Contre assure contrat-tique. Assure tsara contrat-tique. Azavaika amboara.
I'm sure he didn't quite mean the distance of Rondro. Much space they want to avoid providing for Nadia Rashid's Cleopatra's. Farida returning to sender, but lost out by Rasa Misson, but it's her opposite number, Basmala, who doesn't convince anyone as that's lofted forward. Malak. Across to Samara. Just showing that bit of composure and then somewhat undercutting it with a wayward ball. Farah able to just let that run. Oh, Mane Tranianina has had his say. Madagascar with this slender lead. Put down the line. Farah takes a couple of bounces, now launches. Spinning is Shuruk. Mose and Yara getting a rest. In the back of the squad. The freedom, the excitement of Madagascar. The early start faded a little. We got a re-invitation there. Able to punish Egypt more, but Franco with the put-in. Long ball. Really good take and protection from Shuruk. Not so from Samara. She's robbed by Clara. Now a chance for a thumper. To try her luck. And able to add to the one goal she has at this Africa Cup of Nations. Madagascar looking to rediscover their attacking flair. Do better than with Franca. Vital chance. Egypt win it. And they were. Arani, Miana off her line quickly. Miana over this, but they want Malak to hit it. Not too subtle, not the finishing they were hoping for, and muted calls for a penalty from Shuruk. To go again, but Yara this time. Shuruk gets the call. Messi with the hit, but well blocked as Madagascar stick to their defensive duties. Tries to block, does so well. Shuruk with a nice little nutmeg, but couldn't get on the end. Now Madagascar. It's even better to win it. Messi. Oh, brilliant from the captain of Barea. Yara setting up again. Egypt managed to lose the opportunity. Round the corner. Not a clever return ball, and Yara can break. His footwork, but just stumbles, and Green Brigade get back. All the time. Simpler for Farah. She rolls out to Messi. Inside the final 3 minutes, and Egypt looking for that opportunity. Ball. Fine save. And the goal just been taken off the line. It will be reset. Madagascar have done very well considering they've gone through their allotted 5 fouls they're allowed. Haven't seen a 6th, which would bring a punishment, a 10-meter direct free kick. But they've maintained their discipline, particularly after their timeout, and kept their focus as Franca clears. While marking up against Mustafa. Messi has Malak interested. She hasn't been able to replicate the thunderbolt of lightning that was truly frightening. And means the game is 2-1. Long time it feels since Madagascar were on the net. 2 early goals in the first 4 minutes of the match. And that early burst is why they still lead. But it's a precarious lead. Can they hold on to it at least until the halftime break? Oh wow, that's a bit of... creating something out of very little. Now there's space. She can catch it just in between her and Franca. Yara. Danger taken by the captain. But she makes up for it. Loses out to Franca, but overall wins the ball. Now they're... Oh! Was it on the ankle? Didn't look like that. there wasn't any claims for anything more. The corner, maybe my eyes deceiving me. Take it a bit too quickly, but it's broken finally. Clara! Egypt able to get some blocks in and now can break. Battling stuff here with 45 seconds remaining of the first half. Now breaking forward. Is there a shot? And a heartbreaking moment for him. Once again, goalkeeper proving an impressive. While the rest of her teammates look to be tiring. Desperate to hold on to this lead and then take a breather. Egypt pushing for a leveller. We haven't seen her for a while, but here's Asmau's deflected shot. A little bit of confusion. A bit of sportsmanship from Farhan Nana to play the ball out. Again, a bit of confusion about how much space is allowed for the corner. You can see the line. Madagascar walking a tightrope. Greatly off. Perfectly executed block from Rondro. This time she was the right distance. Sharouk. Minute for Malak to hit a howitzer. The Cleopatras haven't been able to level, but it's a very tight contest in this 5th place playoff. At the halftime break, it's Madagascar 2, Egypt 1.
انا فيها كاس ميم ايه نضرب الرهن تم خلي شي تليفون كل شيء كاين السرقه وما نعرفوا ما نعرفوش التعاون ديالها الكاميرا لا اتينا نسحب فينا ما سمعش اللعبه اسرع.
The 5th place playoff and the inaugural CAF Women's Futsal Africa Cup of Nations between Madagascar and Egypt. Both sides desperate for a first win of the tournament, held in Rabat, Morocco. And it was the Barea who made a bruising start and found the opening goal just 2 minutes in. Farida doing the legwork and then applying the finishing touch. Egypt then gave the ball away cheaply through Asmaus, and what a punishment it was. Franca making no mistake. The pile driver into the corner. Madagascar 2-0 up. And then wonderful footwork from Yara. And then picked out Asmaus. But what a save by standing goalkeeper Farhan Iaina standing in for Anastasi. And she was only beaten by a thunderbolt from Malak. Her first goal of the tournament, and an unforgettable one to half the deficit. Yet Madagascar, who were starting to struggle a bit against the Cleopatras, finished the half strongly. Big chance for Clara that she created all by herself. And Egypt could have levelled. It snuck just wide. Faran Iaina getting the luck her fine goalkeeping deserved. So at the half-time break, Madagascar with a narrow 2-1 lead over Egypt in the fight for 5th position. So not too long to go before the second half. Do join us for that. But Madagascar with the slender lead at the break.
crew to the cruise ship. Doing shit you don't even see in movies. Ride with me. Ride with me. I got a hard hand for her ass off. She wants the last name with the ring on it. Cause I pulled out $1 million cash, told her plank on it.
Masuk kita dulu deh karena anakku. Mana semua?
Well, welcome back ahead of the second half. The fifth place playoff to be played to a conclusion. We have a second half of 20 minutes if the scores are level. I'd like to see 2 5-minute extra times and penalties if needed. At the moment, Madagascar with a 2-1 lead. It was Franca who added the second to Farada's opener inside 4 minutes. And 11 minutes, a rocket from Malak have the deficit to leave Egypt trailing by 1. Back underway. The Cleopatras against the Bareas. And almost a beautifully orchestrated debut to the second half. Yara just not being able to feed number 9, Sharuk. Given away cheaply by Madagascar, but ball breaks in their favour. Yara leaves it and it's flashed across. Malak taking up the mantle of Asmaouz as the number 1 shot taker. Madagascar. Seems an awful long time since Franca put them 2-0 up. After Asmaouz was robbed. As the first half wore on, the Barea's threat did diminish somewhat, although there still was that gilt-edged opportunity for Franca. She went round Farah. And also, this man, Nadir Rashad, hugely frustrated by Farhan Yaina, who's been phenomenal between the sticks for Barea. Malak again hovering, and now onto the ball. She gets put off by her own teammate, Franca. Feeds it wide. Breaks almost back to the captain. In fact, she's done well to steal the ball back. It comes fortuitously to her again. It's a lovely little laid forward for Clara. Forced away from goal. Flip forward. Clara gets the break of it. Fired relatively harmlessly wide. Tiana. Just a bit speculative, off balance. Yara, great skills and strength. Opposite captain Franca eventually getting back. Oh, flash wide. It was a lovely pick out. Running onto it. Shuruk unable to shake the net. Yara robbed. Madagascar in. But it's off target. Assamison trying to lift it away from Farah. But it's wide. Agonizingly so. Yara. Blocked off by Franca. Just as she was trying to feed Samara, who now tries to block the path for Barea. Franca with the clip. Enterprising opening couple of minutes, nearly. Both squads playing out an entertaining match, as you see as well. The foul count has been reset, which is good news for Madagascar. They'd hit their 5 limit. So both sides reverting to 0 as Yara can't find the right curve. Malak, that's poor from her. Franca takes again. Now trouble. Clara took it first time. Farah alert. Once again, one she didn't actually have to deal with. Messi, number 8 on a booking, as is Rayarita Anna, number 4 for Madagascar. And she gives the ball cheaply away and then bundles into Samara. Just one is number 4 to be a bit careful. Manatran Ianina. So first foul from Madagascar in this half is Malak. The whistle sounded. She's well wide with their effort anyway. Franca steps back to help in Rob Shuruk. You can see Clara's frustration. She wanted an earlier ball from her teammate. Farah long. Samara just can't get there as it runs through for Faran Iaina. Farah sharp. The ball was clipped across and almost a disaster between her and Messi. Got a little knock for it. Blushes along with Egypt's saved. Clara, great pace. Tough one, but she'll always take it on. Certainly a bundle of energy down that left flank. Ezra taking back from Malak. Really good protection of the ball from Samara. Runs for Messi. Maybe didn't have to rush it, but just elected to go first time. Round the corner. Farah under control. Once again, Farah with ball in hand. Samara turns, but again, it's just too much on it. Just managed to spin by Tiana. Now spreads it out. Clara readjusts, but then just thumped into no man's land from Rassamison. Bit of a stoppage. And Egypt's put in though, and here is Asmaouz. Clara up against two, but she does win out, and Franca shows her brilliant sleight of foot. Support is coming. Trying to strike through the crowd. Rico takes the put in. Oh, a little lovely little nutmeg and a spin. And somehow had kept the ball. Now it breaks for Cleopatra's. Managing to block the path of Asmaouz, whose pass is red. This is that of Ezra. Madagascar working hard defensively. Egypt are making them. Malak taking a chance. Samara, well, she falls over and yet does brilliantly to recover the situation. Farah comfortable enough. Long throw, but she went in between the two red shirts. Behind the Madagascar defender. Blocked effort. Strong challenge, wins it back for Egypt. But Franca steps in and makes sure there's not a clear shot at goal. Yara comes back. Now there's space for Egypt. Can they use it? Oh, it's put wide from the... It was worked so well. But that is a big miss to level this up. They haven't been parity since the second minute when Farada scored. (5-5) and 4-4. Madagascar's two group games. Not yet seen a goal fest. With fifth place at stake. That's given away cheaply. Surely a quicker ball. Really give it an opportunity for Rico. Barea looked for their options, but Asmaouz steps across. It's a lovely ball down the line. Garib looking on for the sign as Noura saw that chance coughed up as she slotted wide. At least getting Egypt up the court here. Asmaouz would happily take a shot. She does. She wants put in for Egypt. Nothing coming, it seems. Asmaouz. It's a really good pick out. Drilled across. The ball was loose. The green shirt got there first. Yara. Asmaus with nice looking flick, but it just gives the ball away. Strike kick goal deflected. Rushing over is Rondro for Mana Trania and Naz. Barea. Trying for the 1-2, but it breaks away from Shuruk. Yara unable to cushion it into her path under pressure. Noura just stumbles at the worst possible moment. Rondro stopped and complained. Officials in agreement. Cleopatra's not so. And is there a long ranger to come? It is, but it's not much to write home about. The Shuruk gives it away in a dangerous area. Prodded through. Bobbling around. Yara. Farah trying to keep her side's focus. Happy enough with the blocking because that went without incident. Malak back on. She's quickly trying to get into the action, but having to backpedal. Given away cheaply, chance to strike. Not quite a comfortable finish under pressure. Farida wants to scurry back and then too much on that. Looking for the movement of Eriko. Yara trying to take three Barea players with her. 1-2 could open it up for Madagascar. Chance for a shot. She was passing to someone who wasn't there. Not the support. Jenny Andrea Miali Manan Soa was hoping for. Back with Farida. She's been robbed though. Egypt in, and it is all square. The Cleopatra's number 9 on the mark. Shuruk's second of this Futsal AFCON as Egypt back in parity for the first time since the second minute of the match. Well, once she was through, she showed no mercy. Farhan Iaina came out, but looked back with pain as the number 9 says love back to the land of the Pharaohs. He's been so disciplined for so long. Malak's goal, something they couldn't really legislate for. On this occasion, defensive individual error has let Cleopatra's finally get on the level terms. Chance to strike, but Malak not happy with the placement. I think she took too long. Malak, lovely little turn. So much of futsal is pass and move. Beating your player in order to create the space needed. Easier said than done, but that's what you need. Malak creating the bit of space, but then it's a wayward shot. And she had Sharuk creating an option and an angle. Sharuk again, Dali's on it. But Frank has given away cheaply. Mara, Yara through a goal. It's a really clever attempt, just couldn't get the angle. Egypt feel emboldened. Madagascar looking for a second wind. Ball breaks from Madagascar. Oh, it's a lovely touch inside, but the shot lacking any venom. Malak gets a bit caught up with Farah, who then launches long. Now some space to work in. That's a great challenge. Just didn't panic. And Isra stealing the ball and getting Egypt up the court. Fired in, great on the spin. Sharuk should have had a second, and Egypt's third. Rolled out to the feet of Rondro. Breaks to the number 10. It's a beautiful 1-2. And then she just didn't seem to know what to do. Farah able to just pick her pocket. Ezra. Oh, drifts with magic. Samara with a finish. Phenomenal. And Cleopatra's have finally led for the first time in the match. An emotional response from Samara, who started her first match today. And what a cool finish after wonderful slalom skills. Opened the door. Ezra did so. Samara walked right through. Well, Madagascar are desperately looking for something to reignite their charge that has burned bright early and has faded badly in this second half. Chance to go back, but Yara instead was on the spin, but she surely could have seen Messi was the only one up with her. And certainly number 8 wasn't suddenly getting into the box. Franca, can she inspire her side? So 3-2 to Egypt, a foul each. And now a second popping up for Madagascar. Long way from the end of the 5-foul limit. So at the moment, unlikely to play a bearing on the match. But Egypt could be in again, and smart goalkeeping for Farhan Iaina, who has conceded 3, but there's absolutely no chance with any of them. Has otherwise been absolutely terrific. But when players like Franca and Farida Clara start to lack that real bit of magic, that little impetus, but they found it again, only for Farah to come to the rescue. Well, that was when they were at their flowing best. And Cleopatra's indebted to their goalkeeper now. The third foul against Madagascar. Maybe commentators cursed because as soon as I mentioned them, 2 have cropped up very quickly. Samara inadvertently hits the target. Number 6 currently is on course to be the match winner now. She leads the Cleopatra's charge. Does so well to just recycle possession. Messi and Malak. Egypt claim a foul, not given. Rondro. Clara. Oh, it's a good ball to try and find Franca. Malak in a couple of touches managed to clear. But here is one of 2 likely timeouts. A vital moment to just try and dig deep and get a message across. It's Madagascar who go first. 7 minutes 36 left on the clock.
Verde bola tsika dia lasa mandeha tongotra tsika mijery an'ilay izy. Trois contre un no alina be maty le bola ka mosary tsika. Dia aza variana atao zato maso mijery an'ilay olona ny Alefa.
Plenty of smiles in the stands, but it's all business on the court. 7 minutes 36, a long time in futsal. And with just the 1 goal in it, it can change quickly. That's why Farah and co have to be fully alert. Salanji hasn't had much chance to make an impact. Rondro with the put-in. Franca shifts it, but then does likewise in putting it wide. Samara. Malak runs into trouble. Clara, lovely little layoff to her captain. Franca! Straight down the throat to Farah, who launches long. That's a very important touch from Savlange. Yara, along with number 9, Shuruk, preparing to come back on. Shuruk couldn't make it stick. Madagascar couldn't make the net rustle. Malak. Egypt don't have to force the issue. They have the goal lead. Samara into Shuruk. Does well. Messi. Samara. Egypt with the put-in. Stress and strain on the sidelines. Sharuk picks up and Malak wants it back. Flashes wide. Took time for Egypt to get going. And finally wrestled control of the scoreboard from Barea. There's still 6 minutes for Madagascar to dig deep and rediscover their scoring edge. They've had to come back from behind in their 2 draws against Senegal and Tanzania. They'll have to do so again. Bit of a wrestling match on. Oh, that is a huge slice of luck that Faran Yaina's performance has earned, letting Yara's shot slip through her fingers and hit the post. And at the other end, Farah with a great save. Samara not taking any chances. End-to-end stuff here in Rabat. Fired across, but deflected behind again. I think the frustration for Clara is what options she had. Better this time! And that should have been all square. Well, she made the move that Clara wanted. Rasa Misson right in front of goal and clips it wide. Well, this was the effort from Yara. Look at this, through the gloves, off the upright. And all of a sudden, free kick. Sharuk manhandled. Solange seeing a third foul against Madagascar. And Malak looking for a second blast. But it's off the wall. So Samara smart. Beautiful skills. Rode the player, rode the challenge. Just couldn't find the far corner. Yara, her best performance in the Cleopatra shirt. Tough one to execute. She wasn't far away. Madagascar's goal leading a charmed life of late. And while they're struggling, they'll be delighted. They're just the 1 goal behind. But now Egypt. Yara cuts inside. Well read. As Faran Yaina once again springs to her right. This time denying Yara with intention. Breaks away, and now Madagascar on the break. Egypt with bodies back though, but now they've got a 1 or 2. Could have left it there. Instead it comes from distance. Farah is going to take something much better to really trouble her. So some changes. Will it bring fresh impetus for Barea? Flicked around the corner. Sharuk Swaps out to Ezra, back on. Oh, lovely little back heel. Madagascar! To get gloves on that. Well, these signs of life for Madagascar. Maybe that's why Egypt have called their timeout, the final one of the second half. Nadir Mohamed Rashad, his opposite number, Manit Rani Anina, with a minute.
انا خلاص حد بص عليا اقفل له القلب واقفل كل ما بدات اتبصم من عليا اتحرك معاه واتحرك بظهري ما تسيبش وشي وظهري للملعب ارجع بظهري وشايف الكره وشايف اللعب خلاص
جماعه فضل
نجيب جول تاني
يا جماعه نقفلكم ورا
Guinea drawing 3-3 with Egypt. We saw Cleopatra's heading to this fifth place playoff, and they would see their lead wiped out. They've not four right in front of goal again. It's Raya Tana. Instead of breaking the net, she's clipped the bar, and that's the first time we've seen that level of emotion from Steve Princey, Manatran Ianina. That's because there's so much at stake. The first ever Women's Futsal Africa Cup of Nations. Neither of these sides have recorded a victory. No, Madagascar, 2 draws. They've never lost a game. But they're 3 minutes 44 from that changing. Egypt able to eat a bit of time with Yara. Seconds really matter now. Nura on the spin. Now a breakaway. Madagascar. Can they find a leveler? But it's behind Franca. She did well. Make sure she didn't let the ball go out and earning the put in. Franca. Fire through. It wouldn't stick at the back post. It's all getting a bit scrappy, a bit desperate, mainly from Madagascar, as they are up against it. Only the 1 goal, only the 5 in the match. What has been a phenomenal arm wrestle between these two. Egypt knock it forward. Nura battling hard and wins it back for the Cleopatras, and she'll even get a put in for the corner. Wonderful play, no wonder the coach is happy. Leading by example. Ball loose. They're holding pulling things up. A little bit of confusion. Back underway, Franca. Oh, it's a brilliant ball. Madagascar desperate for a shot on goal. And now surely Egypt defending with their lives, bodies on the line. And now Yara, lovely shift to the left. And then again, just didn't have a final finish. And now it's a couple of fouls, surely. Yara penalised first. Yellow card does come out for Egypt's captain. I'm not sure she's going to be too bothered. Obvious foul on Clara, as there may have been one as well from Noura. And Madagascar take us to extra time. Not looking like it at the moment. It can change in just a second. Noura protecting it well, but maybe she just held it up. There's bodies back. And Yara able to step onto this and uses the space against Madagascar. And now cuts inside! But she just won't find a way past Faran Niaina. Madagascar survive, but they are really up against it now. 1 minute 40 as the ball goes wastefully wide. Worked a brilliant opportunity. A fabulous spring to her left. Noura, blocked by Franca. Here's Egypt on the cusp of their first ever women's futsal WAFCON victory to finish 5th at these maiden games. Get to the World Cup or take a medal, but they've got the next best thing, and it's Malak again. Caught the goalkeeper out. Not quite as good as her first half rocket. Deflection aiding her and Egypt's claim to 5th place. Well, surely that is that at the Prince Moulay Abdallah Hall. Madagascar twice involved in high-scoring draws. We're looking down the barrel of our first women's futsal WAFCON defeat. And the Cleopatras of Egypt have now put themselves seconds away from their first ever win, but it could have got very interesting. And Clara being able to get on the end of her lovely little bit of skill to break in on Farah's goal inside the final minute. Madagascar need a goal right now, but Farah says no. Now both these teams and the rest of the sides here in Rabat have done their nations proud and the sport of futsal, as women's futsal finally starts to get the competitions, domestic, international and continental, it deserves. On this occasion, Egypt took time to get started, They fell to 2 goals behind inside 4 minutes. But in the end, 4 goals for this man's side means Nadia Mohamed Rashad is going to lead Egypt to 5th place at the inaugural Women's Futsal AFCON. Can they finish it off with a hat-trick? Malak was certainly... It may not be a medal, it may not be the World Cup, but this still means an awful lot to the Cleopatras. Egypt's first ever win in something future squads will want to build on. It's pain for Madagascar as their first defeat is confirmed, but that's a coach that could be hugely proud of what his team produce. Manatran Ianina will hope they'll be back and learn plenty of lessons, but they just could not hold out. After leading by 2 goals, they lost by 2. Egypt take 5th place at the CAF Women's Futsal Africa Cup of Nations from Rabat, Morocco.